Okay, we're on to item 11 on the agenda, which is the motion to Clackmanannshire Council submitted by Councillor Forson. Ask Councillor Forson to present the motion now, please.
Yep, thank you, Convener. So, in proposing this motion, I want to begin by noting a positive step taken by this Council, the recent relocation of our cash services from the Spear Centre to Kilncraigs. This move has allowed us to extend public opening hours from 9 till 5, which helps improve accessibility for residents needing face-to-face support. It's a small but it's a meaningful change, ensuring that our services are as open and as accessible as possible. However, this improvement comes at a time when many residents are facing growing challenges in accessing everyday financial services. The continuing and significant decline in high street banking in Clackmanannshire is deeply concerning. We now just have one traditional bank operating in the entire county, and it's a stark illustration of how quickly financial services are retreating from our local towns. The impact of these closures is not just inconvenient, it's potentially exclusionary. Older residents, people without digital access, small businesses, and others who rely on in-person banking are being left behind. And this risks deepening financial exclusion and undermines efforts to build local resilience and opportunity. Now, it's why I want to welcome and acknowledge the campaign being led by Keith Brown MSP for the establishment of a banking hub in Alloa. The benefits of such a hub, a shared service offering face-to-face support across multiple banks, are clear. It would help restore access to cash, provide reassurance for vulnerable residents and support our town centres. And with the relocation of council services, we now have an available space in the Spear Centre, which would be a central, accessible location in the heart of Alloa, and I believe that this presents a valuable opportunity. So the motion before us asks Council to agree to a set of practical and forward-looking steps. Throughout two major banks, financial institutions and Link, who is the body responsible for delivering banking hubs, highlighting both the availability of this space and the urgent need in our community. To consider, subject to due diligence, offering this space as a potential location for a banking hub, offer ethical and inclusive financial providers such as credit unions, to encourage collaboration by inviting financial institutions to work with the Council and community to co-design solutions, and to explore the possibility of hosting financial education and advice services in this space, and not just access, but it would also build confidence and resilience in our communities. I think these proposals are fully in line with our community wealth building strategy. They support plural ownership, community-led economic activity and local financial resilience. They're about doing what we can practically, locally and collaboratively to strengthen the foundations of an inclusive economy. And finally, the motion proposes that the Chief Executive brings a follow-up report to Council outlining any responses we receive and the options available for partnership working. And that way we remain proactive and focused on the outcomes. I'd ask for everyone's support to move this work forward. I think it demonstrates just one of the small things that we can do as a council where opportunities arise to support our communities, and hopefully we can get support on that today. Thank you.
Thank you. I think it's Councillor Hamilton to second.
Thanks, Convener. Pleased to second this paper. According to reports, 91% of people still use cash and over 10 million people visit a bank at least once a month in the UK. Small businesses may prefer cash payments to limit charges, and there is a generation who may struggle with the move to online banking. And banking is still an important part of our communities, yet community banking services have drastically reduced. As a council, we are incumbent to support our constituents and communities and to look at options. I'd like to thank Councillor Forson for bringing this motion to Council. We look forward to the engagement and the subsequent report coming back to Council.
Thank you. The motion is open for debate. Does anybody wish to debate the motion? Councillor Errol.
Yes, no, really, a question, first of all, Chair. When we're talking about the introduction of a banking hub, will that have access to the full banking services? or is it just going to be a glorified ATM? I just want to know.
Do you want to pick it up as a summing up point? Yeah. So, anybody else want to contribute to the debate part of this, Councillor Coyne? It'll be picked up in the reply, summing up, Councillor.
Just to say that I'm completely supporting this, but I wonder if the banking industry has history in doing this elsewhere, it might be useful for us to tap into that and find out the best way of approaching them to improve the possibility of success.
Thank you. Got Councillor McTaggart, Councillor Quinn.
Thanks, Convener. Fully supportive of the motion. Being older people's champion, I hear regularly how older people are excluded. The internet banking that others all seem to take for granted. I certainly use internet banking, although using the Bank of Scotland in Alloa. Thankfully, that is one branch that is still there. But the amount of times that I'm told that older people especially, I don't want to generalise, but older people especially, are finding it difficult to even access cash because we have no ATMs. Never mind a banking counter, we have no ATMs. So I fully welcome this. It would promote inclusion and it would provide another service in the county that people can rely on. Thanks.
Thank you, Councillor Quinn.
No, I'm pleased to kind of see the contents of this motion as well. I understand from the bank's point of view, they don't want to operate expensive premises and all the staff and things, and they don't have footfall to justify it and to cover their expenses. That makes sense. So the banking hubs and the opportunities like this seem like a nice way to solve that problem. They don't have to have the expense of running a big location, but we can still provide those really essential services to the people that need them the most, and they are usually people that are, I would say, older people, more vulnerable people as well. And I'm also pleased to see mention of local credit unions as well, as I was involved with the credit union in a past life. So pleased to say, but I know they used to operate out of the Spear Centre as well, so that might be something that they might potentially be interested in as well. Thanks.
Thank you. Any other contributions? Councillor Harrison.
Thanks, Savina. Yeah, really supportive of this. I think it is well overdue that we start to see a bit of a change in banking coming back into town centres. Just a quick answer to Councillor Coyne. Brechin, Carluke, Crieff, Cumnock, Forest, Girvan, Jedburgh, Dunbar, Carnoustie. Small, similar kind of size towns to Alloa, I guess. Looking at the list, those are just some of the banking hubs that have been opened across the country in Scotland. And they do work. I think there's another one added to that list. I think there's one somewhere through in Fife was the latest one I saw being opened up. And I think that for all of the reasons that everybody else has mentioned, I think that's a very good motion to bring forward, and hopefully we can progress that and make it happen.
Councillor Errol.
Yeah, as I say, I mean, I have no problem in supporting this motion. I think we desperately need the people out there desperately need access to the banking. But it has to be, they have to know that they're going to have the full range, access to full range of banking services, not simply just to go and withdraw money or take money out. Not everyone has a telephone that can use telephone banking. Not everybody has a confidence of online banking. So it'd be good to have a hub there that can give you the services. I actually think it'd be a great idea, but we need to look at exactly what services are going to be provided with it.
Councillor Coyne.
Councillor Errol makes a good point, and I think Councillor Harrison has described a number of hubs, and he might be able to put us in the position to tell us what services they provide.
Face to face.
Yeah, Councillor Forster. Any other contributions to the debate? If not, Councillor Forster, you want to to sum up?
Yeah, I mean, I think first of all, I mean, banking hubs provide all sorts of different services, and really they're developed by the banks in conjunction with communities. I think we have to be kind of clear that what we're not investing here is the full banking hub, because it's an opportunity that's come up to use a part of a council building that has security that's required, kind of for cash purposes, that banks might see attractive as a kind of halfway solution to, kind of providing services. And the banking hubs that Councillor Harrison mentioned provide all sorts of different services. It depends on the bank themselves, but what it does is provide face-to-face contact for anybody who wants to go in and speak to someone from their bank to either speak about financial products or to carry out transactions, yes, to maybe withdraw cash as well, but that will be down to the individual bank really who would decide to take up that opportunity. I mean, I would potentially see if a bank was to take us up on that, they'd maybe come once a week, once a month, just depending on the customer base and the demand for it. The important thing for me in delivering this, kind of motion is to open up the dialogue with the banks to tell them that there is an appetite for it in Clackmanannshire. So as a council, we see an opportunity that we could help support the beginnings of a banking hub in Clackmanannshire and, just try to get them a bit on board for that, because my experience in the past has been that they've not been necessarily listening. So I think getting the backing of council to start the discussions on this will just let them see that we're serious on it, but also let our community see that that we're looking and we're listening to the comments that are being made, and that we're trying to find proactive solutions to help them with their problems. So hopefully everyone can get behind it. It seems that we're heading that way. Thanks.
Thank you. Put that motion to the vote. Those in favour? Okay, carried unanimously. Thank you very much. And the final item before we move on to the exempt item is again motion from Councillor Forson. Do you want to take us through this?
Yeah, first of all, I'd like to say thanks to Convener for accepting the item as an urgent piece of business. The way the award ceremony was held, the results weren't known until after the deadline for council. I didn't want to let the opportunity go by, because I think that as a council we need to celebrate the achievements of our local area, and I mean these achievements from some truly remarkable people in Clackmanannshire deserve to be noted. So first and foremost, I would like to offer heartfelt congratulations to Ellie Hodge. She's a sixth-year student at Alloa Academy, who not only won the Young Scot Health and Wellbeing Award, but has also been named Young Scot of the Year. It's a top honour amongst thousands of nominees across Scotland. Ellie's achievement is outstanding in every sense. Through her voluntary work, she has gone above and beyond to support her peers, particularly those with additional support needs. She has shown maturity, kindness and leadership, qualities that were nurtured and developed during her time with the Columba 1400 Leadership Academy. But Ellie didn't stop there. Her actions speak volume about her character. She has learned Makaton to better communicate with non-verbal students. She's completed sighted guide training to assist those with visual impairments. She's helped run the SG Breakfast Club and promoted inclusion and wellbeing through intergenerational volunteering and by championing disability sport as a means to support both physical and mental health. I truly think Ellie represents the very best of our young people. She's compassionate, determined and community-minded. She's a credit to her school, her family and to her county. I would also like to extend our congratulations to Sarah McNaught and Kyle Blaine, both of Lawrence Hill Academy, who were finalists in the sport and physical activity and entertainment and culture categories respectively. To reach the national finals is a huge achievement and testament to their talent, hard work and creativity. To have 3 young people from Clackmanannshire recognised at this level amongst peers from across Scotland is something that we should all take pride in. It reflects the depth of talent and dedication that we have in our schools and communities. It also speaks to the positive impact of local youth work, education and support services. At a time when we often hear about the challenges facing young people, these finalists show us something else. They show us leadership, creativity, kindness and the power of community service. Council is therefore asked to support this motion to formally congratulate Ellie, Sarah and Kyle on their exceptional achievements and to celebrate the growing reputation of Clackmanannshire as a place where young people can shine on the national stage. Thank you.
Thank you. Councillor Law to second.
I was just now, there's a video from on the Young Scots page for Ellie. I was trying to find a way to share that if it was on the chat, but I can't get onto there's chat functions being disabled. But it would be good for if anybody wants to actually see the video of that, it'd be really good. So yeah, I just want to congratulate Ellie. I think it's absolutely amazing that what she's achieved, and to have completed over 200 hours of volunteering and only being 16, I think is an incredible achievement. And also our other young people, and I think Councillor Forson was saying, it's just amazing. We've got some amazing young people within Clackmanannshire, and I think we really need to celebrate that, because I think a lot of the headlines are very negative, but you know, absolutely amazing achievements. I was at the Alva Academy Prize given, and it was just unbelievable, the range of activities, volunteering that young people within Clackmanannshire are taking part. So I really think we need to celebrate that. So congratulations.
Thank you. Do you wish to debate the motion? Councillor Coyne to be followed by Councillor Darrell.
Thanks, Convener. I think we do all our young people a great service by celebrating and applauding the selfless achievements of someone like Ellie. Having a beacon, a direction of travel to aim for is what makes them successful. And I think she is a beacon for youngsters to copy, I think, and we are right to make it as widely known across the county as we can.
Thank you. Councillor Darrell.
Yeah, Councillor Law mentioned the prize given at Alva Academy. Councillor Forson and I were both at the prize given for Alva Academy, and this was mentioned here, and you're absolutely right. The depth of dedication there is for a lot of these young people is phenomenal. And we can't forget there are people there who they give 100% effort. They may not be prize winners, but they get out there and they give 100% effort. And that has to be congratulated. The young people that are going through here, I mean, this is absolutely fantastic. What a standard to have achieved at such a young age. Absolutely brilliant. And I'd love to see more and more people do justice. But we, as a council, must be seen to be supportive of this, and just supportive of the children of the future, and make sure that we're going to have more else in the future, not less.
Okay, thank you. Any other contributions? Councillor Forson, do you want an opportunity to sum up?
Just very briefly, I mean, I welcome the comments from everybody around the table, and as I said, it's really important that we celebrate this. I mean, our young people do exceptional things, often in very challenging circumstances. Yesterday, Councillor Law and myself attended the launch of the Clacks Keys initiative, where young people, again from Alva Academy, got up and presented to a room full of professionals and adults, and they did so absolutely fantastically. And to see that becoming more and more normal for our young people is something that I'm extremely proud of. So yeah, again, there's always something to celebrate. Sometimes you don't always manage to have the opportunity to bring it to council. This was one opportunity, and I'm glad we were able to take advantage of it. Thank you.
Thank you. So put that motion to the vote. Those in favour, please show. Also carried unanimously. Thank you. That's the end of the public part of this meeting. We've got one exempt item